12 years of austerity has withered the fabric of this country, making Wales and the UK poorer, impacting on public services, health, transport, housing, welfare, local authority budgets, arts and culture. All were led like lambs to the slaughter, all to be sacrificed on the altar of austerity. This, we were told by Westminster, was the price worth paying in order to restore economic credibility. The Tory government waxed lyrical about how their scorched earth policy to the building blocks of our society would succeed in bringing down the debt, except it catastrophically failed, even by their own measures. Debt as a percentage of GDP is now at its highest rate for more than 60 years. The results of the last 12 years are impossible to escape. The worst fall in living standards since records began, real-term wage cuts for workers, the NHS on the brink and a demoralised public sector workforce, a housing market completely out of control and more food banks than branches of McDonald's. It is only sustained by divide and rule tactics, designed to pit worker against worker, industry against industry and person against person. But in the face of that, we must take hope from the rising unity of workers and unions across this country, forced into strike action to defend their pay and working conditions. The UK government completely and utterly squandered its years of low interest rates. Instead of cutting, they could and should have invested in those building blocks, in nationalised public transport network, in new social housing, in properly funded public service and in a Green New Deal. It is economically illiterate to do otherwise. Many forms of public spending end up returning far more economic value than they initially cost. Metaphorically speaking, the UK government had the chance to fix the roof while the sun was shining. Instead, they simply ripped up even more tiles. From refusing to provide Wales with a penny of HS2 funding, to threatening to overrule the Welsh Government on trade union legislation, in this chamber, we have first-hand experience of the way in which Wales is shortchanged by a UK government who seems to have no problem whatsoever with undermining the union.